Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to today's sharing of Harmonize to Energize. My name is Terry Matthews. I'm the office manager at the international headquarters of Jin Shin Jyutsu, where I also practice the art of Jin Shin Jyutsu and teach self-help on occasions like today. So a particular warm welcome to new people who are just discovering Jin Shin Jyutsu. Jin Shin Jyutsu is an art of harmonizing life energy or chi or ki in the body by placing the hands on what we call safety energy locks, which are the size of your own, unique size of your own palm of your hand, on left and right sides of the spine and the arms to help release blockages at the soul, heart, mind, body level. Once these blockages release, it brings the whole body into a sense of harmony, and body energy, fluids, etc. can congruently flow and keep you healthy and rejuvenated. Jin Shin Jyutsu is not just for when you're not feeling well, it's also to keep you feeling good and in harmony. So today's session, we're going to focus on getting on back to the sacroiliac, issues around the back. And let's have a look at the slides. And again, this is from one of the newsletters created way back in the days of Arthur and the Knights. Experience Jin Shin Jyutsu. And as Mary always said, did you know that we all have the innate power to help and heal ourselves? And her quote on that particular occasion was, change in belief affects a corresponding change in the body. So 4 different practices that we can use to help to harmonize any blockages that we may feel, any resistance in our lower back area or the back generally. The first one is holding the left and right little finger and ring finger, or the right little finger and ring finger. The next position is holding safety energy lock 11, which is over your shoulders, just close to your neck here, and safety energy lock 15 in the groin. The picture of me is not that big. Maybe I should make it a little bigger. Hold on 1 second. Doing. That's better. Doing. Here we go again. Yes, it's a little bit bigger. 11 and 15 in the groin. And then third practice, holding 115 on the right. I'm holding it on the right in this case, with the opposite 2, which is on the hip line, this whole sacroiliac joint, or vice versa. Left hand in the 15, right hand in the right 2. And last but not least, here we are holding safety energy 19 between the tendons. Ignore the rather poor artistry there. It looks more like a high 19, but it is in fact the 19. So, as I always do with these practices, we subdivide them into 4 sets of 9 breaths, adding up to 36. And for the newbies, the number 9 represents end of a cycle, beginning of a new. So each 9 exhalation, inhalation transforms us from where we were to where we are. And if we do 4 sets of them, Mary Burmeister talked about the transformation of energy from subtler to denser levels in the body. So we're echoing that process, mirroring that process as we do 4 sets of 9. So without further ado, we will begin the practice. And let's stop the slide presentation. And just a reminder to everybody and the new people, a breath in Jin Shin Jyutsu is an exhalation plus an inhalation. An exhalation goes down the front from safety energy lock 4 at the back through that 15 we mentioned earlier to the big toe, and then back from the, I can't hold on to my big toes that long, from the big toe back through the 15 and that 2, which we showed, 15 2, back to the 4. So it's from man's best friend to man's best friend, as Mary would say, from the dog to God. And that is simply each letter represents the number of the safety energy lock. D is a 4, 0 is a 15, G is a 7, and back up the way. So let us begin without further talk from me. Sit up as straight as you can. Keep your back away from the chair unless, of course, your back is really problematic and you might want to put a cush there. But today, of course, we're going to begin to harmonize those sacroiliac issues, aren't we? So let us begin. Choose left or right, little or ring fingers, little and ring fingers, I should say. You could or it, you could hold one at a time, but it's actually more efficient to hold both at the same time. And I always suggest you check each finger, the sides and the front, see which ones are particularly tender, and maybe they're not. So make your choice. I always go for the left when they both seem equal, because the left encourages the exhale, and most of us don't do enough of letting go. So let us begin holding whatever we're going to hold. Put your thumb across the palm side. Can you see that? Palms across there, like that. And the rest of the fingers behind. And then we're going to do our 9 exhalation inhalations. You can place your hand in the middle 15, smack in the pubic area there, just to rest, relax. Here we go. Exhale. Drop them shoulders. And imagine you're going in a lift and the shoulders are going all the way down through the 15s. Those boulders on the shoulders are melting. And then all the way down from the 15s to the 7. Exhale. Close eyes. And as you reach the big toe, connect to Mother Earth, the ground beneath. And then inhale. Naturally, we receive a breath, we do not take or steal a breath, we receive a breath. That's one, let's do it 8 more times. Exhaling, letting go of all dirt, dust, and greasy grime. If there is such a crime, it's holding on to dirt, dust, and greasy grime. Unless you like holding on to all that stuff. And naturally inhale. And as we inhale, the energy, which is actually a frequency of light, is purifying the energy centers up and down the spine, energy pathways, and all the safety energy locks left and right of the spine. Exhale, 7. I don't know why I'm going in reverse, but however you're counting, as long as you get to 9. Really feel your connection to the ground beneath. It's a heaven to earth connection, head to toe, skin to bone. Really allow yourself to let go, to build something new. And then when you reach the 9th exhalation, inhalation, become the observer. Just witness where you are, where you feel, how you feel, where you're at with that sacroiliac. And then we go to the second practice, which is in fact 11 and 15. So hand on the top of the shoulder there, and the 11's there close to the neck, and the 15 is in the groin. Make your choice and let us begin to practice. Exhale. Naturally inhale. 8 more times. Releasing all that tension in the groin will do wonders for your lower back. And if you suffer regularly with really fairly seriously severe lower back pains, apart from probably seeing an osteopath or a chiropractor, place your hands deeply into the pubic bone. That will help release liver, kidney, and spleen function energy, which is often reversing and creating some of those issues, or is at least blocked there. Fifteens also help us release the back via the bladder, kidney meridians that go up the back as well. Kidney energy pathways, meridians is a TCM definition. Same thing. And as we release the 11, allows the energy to go down the front, and the 15 opens up the whole groin pelvic girdle area and allows the energy to free up in the 25 sit bone area and fills us with joy and laughter. The baggage of the 11, the injustices that we sometimes feel are released little by little, bit by bit, or sometimes straight away. So feel your 11s on the shoulder there, melting, melting, melting. 15s opening up, allowing the energy to move to the big toes and beyond. And as we come to that 9th exhalation, inhalation, slip into that neutral zone and see how you feel. Just observe. Is your back feeling less tender? Just observe. And then because the 15s and the 2s work together well in combination, we're really going to open up that pelvic girdle now for the next set of 9 exhalation inhalations. One hand in whichever groin and the other one in the opposite 2. The 2 is on the top of the hip bone there. So either that side or this side, whichever you want to hold. And again, relaxing the shoulders. Exhale, drop shoulders. Smile if you feel like it. It does actually help to bring in more light from the force when we smile. So why not? Why not smile, Ming? Here we go. Close eye. And perhaps like me, you're beginning to feel a freeing up of space in that whole sacroiliac pelvic girdle area, maybe even some warmth. That's a good sign. It means energy is circulating. And this is what we want. And as the light spirals down and through and up the back, we complete the 9th exhalation inhalation with this practice. We've now done 27 exhalation inhalations, slipping into neutral, becoming the observer. Notice how you feel. Perhaps this practice feels more efficient than the previous 2. Explore. And now for the finale, the swan song. Holding the 19s will also help the back. So let us hold our 19s. 19s help release the 9s. 9s help release the opposite 23 kidney area. And often a lot of back issues are the 9, 14, 23 area reversing. We think too much, we get blocked here, and everything goes into reverse. And eventually the back not only hurts, but we get those saddlebags. All right? So, with that, let's do the 9 exhalation inhalations. Breathing out, no particular way, through the mouth, through the nose, whatever is comfortable. Feel the connection to the earth beneath, and then receive the breath from toe through the whole pelvic girdle up to the floors. And for those of you that are new, the breath is also helping the pulse become more manifest in us. We become more aware of it, the sensation, just like the radial artery pulse, that we feel with these energy locks. That throbbing pulse that tells us we are at least alive. We may not be kicking, but we are alive. And as more energy can flow, more blockages are transformed. Notice how you feel. I mean, who wants a block? Some people like to remain blocked because they think it has some other benefit. Well, psychologically that may serve some purpose for a short period of time, but actually it just creates more friction further down the line, and that's not what we want. We want solutions, not blockades. You want flow in order to grow. Check in with yourself, making sure you're feeling that head to toe connection, feeling grounded, releasing and receiving. R and R. Ooh, as they say in the West Country of England. And as you come to the ninth exhalation, inhalation, just sit with how you be. Just be the observer, notice how you're feeling. And then congratulate yourself. Just place the hands in the hug position, the thumb underneath the shoulder girdle, and the fingers on the side of the shoulder blade. And allow that transformation to integrate within. So often some back problems can be initiated, I said earlier, by kidney weaknesses or bladder weaknesses, basically burdening the lower back, reversing. Instead of going the way they want to, up the back or up the front, they end up reversing and then creating a problem for our sacroiliac joints, etc., etc., etc. So, without further ado, we can look at what's happening in the Jin Shin Jyutsu world this weekend, because Sarah, hosted by myself and helped by Chandra, will be actually helping us understand how we can go from some of those obstacles that the kidney and bladder can create by looking at how we can transform that fear, which is often the reason why the kidney and bladder are blocked, to flow, the essence of creativity. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. New York time, we'll be looking at those fourth depth flows, the bladder function, kidney function, reversing and increasing the fourth depth to balance the water element. Because when we're not flowing, we're not growing. And those obstacles create a lot of resistance around the lower back area where kidney and bladder energy like to manifest and flow. So you can register today either by using PayPal, clicking there, or credit card. There's 3 months of replays, which you get within 48 hours. And also, you'll get, for 14 days, 15% off anything from the store. So if that appeals to you as well, that's another good reason to join Sarah, myself, and Chandra tomorrow at 2 p.m. New York time. There's, I believe, a continuation of organic conversations. The classes are offered every 2 weeks with Sarah again, Maria Miniello, and Jill Pasquinelli. These are work study, if you like. This is study group material where you get to investigate further in depth Jin Shin Jyutsu. Then beginning September the 17th, not too long, 9 months of creation, the story of our origins with Anita Willoughby. 9 months of creation and the basic rhythmic pulse of life. Here we are, all the times are in New York time, September the 17th. Your organizers are Deanna Nikado and Justin McClure. And you can register today by clicking on that link. And then, of course, if you've missed any of these classes and you want to check out some of them, click on any of these links for previous class replays. And often people ask, particularly with the basic 5-day seminars, can the replays count towards the requirement of the 3 5-day seminars, 3 basic seminars to become a practitioner? And the answer is a resounding yay! Yes, they do. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here today to share in the practices to release tension in your backs and my back. And I'll be back here again next Wednesday and 2 o'clock, same time. And for another mystery storyteller, which reminds me, if you have a Jin Shin Jyutsu story that you would like to share, some of you have kindly already sent some in. Remember, it's the what, why, and how is what we're looking for. And if you've got some slides as well, that kind of expands the picture, gives us a bigger picture of what happened. And you can share it with us, and we'll have a look at it, and then we'll show you how to connect with Webinar Jam, which is what I'm using right now. And then we'll have you come and present. But of course, you're not going to tell anybody who's and when and why you're actually presenting, because that's a mystery, right? As Toya said, it's a mystery. All right, everybody. Have a really good rest of the day, weekend, week. We'll see you Wednesday, hopefully. Take care, be safe. And thank you once more for sharing in the Harmonize to Energize for your back. Bye-bye.